Hi, and welcome to Friday's channeling of Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne. Welcome back once again. Rita's back, so we get to channel today. Awesome. And thanks all for tuning in once again. There we go. Doubt precedes humanity as an algorithm of life to understand yourself and prevention of what's possible. That's all. Doubt is not to stave off fear. There is nothing fearful in your reality, save that of time fears, based on constructions of other people's ideology of reality is. You all understand that all of the fears that you conjured up in your mind are not playing out now if you are, let's say, aware right now. Nothing is there that is bad. Nothing that is there that is wrong. These are the things that you allow in your reality as translated by, of course, governing ideas, systems of beliefs of others' authorities, not yours. Your idea is to not doubt your heart, but you do, because the idea of the nows that are presented to you are for your exploration, not explanation. But your mind wants an explanation of what's going on. Why was it offered? Can that be true? I doubt it. Things of such fashion that keep you the same. I would like to ask the spiritual world out there, the ones who claim they are ascending, who claim they're on the path, who claim a lot of claims. Are you still the same person you knew yourself as? You've just added 10 years to your resume. 5 years of figuring it out. Are you still in the same algorithm, or are you this? Happy. But for no reason. Happy for no tomorrows and no yesterdays. Happy only when you are always, and that is now. Literally happy. With no cause, no purpose, no reasonings of happiness, just bliss. Because you are that. Anytime you take an action upon a self that depletes your happiness, that's a self that is, let's say, bought into, as Bashar likes to say. That's not within your vortex of gratitude of attitude, as Abraham says. It's a construct of separation, as the idea of this channel says. It's a belief system that you bought into because you are a forgotten God. Now, let me ask you, do you really understand what that is? If you can let go of your arrogance, thinking you know what it is, open your heart to a vibration that may be offering now a new point of view of yourself. That if you come here separated, you must know one vibration that is called your home. Because it's all you know, and that is a self that is portioned, fractaled, separated. So if you can feel yourself right now as an idea of I am separated, and everything that you feel about reality is natural, because you knew nothing else. So then, would that not explain why your natural self, which you call the fractal, is always seeking the natural self of separation? The way you explain and hope and dream and time and relevance, of importance and not importance, and achievements and outcomes and recklessness and hopes and the ideas of, let's say, responsibilities and of course obligations and of course pain, suffer, sorrow, everything that you constitute as an isness. If this is life, then that is what you are. Is that not you? As separated. So who are you not? If you are whole. You are not any, zero, none of the aspects of separation. However, they are 100% you. You do not deny them. You do not escape from them. You do not solve, change, heal them. All of those selves are lost. You're just taking on a new set of eyes. See, an awareness, you, the whole of you, cannot see a separated self. It only sees the awareness of creation, itself, as total, as all that is, as the one or all and the all are one. That's what each individual perspective sees all the time. You, if you were looking from a standpoint, a point of view, your choice of interpretation of reality is separated. And that feels like home. Like I am this. I couldn't be anything else, and this is life, la-di-da-di everybody. And you keep regenerating and recalculating and reconfusing and reiterating what you've always been. What you're not doing, we dare say, is remembering. You have to be a non-self of separation to remember who you are. Otherwise, you are deploying and employing all of your separated selves at one time or another through repetition and validation of life is your will of the now being that idea. And you will remain that. How many years has it been? Are you free? Not rich. Not manifesting your preferences of limitation from a limited standpoint, not becoming better because you're always enough, not enhancing and healing other people's lives because your life is that dark. Not that self. No, I want to show you that you can be free. That's the self we're seeking. The self that does not have to act any particular way. That can walk and talk its own, let's say, dance of life, no matter where, no matter who. And you may claim that, and that's wonderful. Claim that. But be the truth about it after the next idea of that same repetition. Is that now you, or is there a higher version of you? Is there a self that no longer needs to diminish its own light? You, that you can choose, because you are now back here aware of the selves you are not. See, that's the self that you are seeing from. To see I am not this to them. They pissed me off to high hell. Those son of a bitches are obligating me, and I know them as obligatory. And it hurts, and it pains me. Yes, I accept I am that. I cannot solve that self. I must accept that self. Because that self is separated. But this awareness sees that self is whole. So it allows that self to come home, rocked in the bosom of grace of you, the wholeness of yourself, and that self is no longer that point of view, looking back as a separate idea. And you do that with all of yourselves until you have no more separations. And now it gets really uncomfortable because you have nothing to do as the human you were, what you all claim as humanity. You want to relate to humanity differently. But again, as said before, not the humans you relate to now as in families and friends and strangers and such, but relating to the human self of expression. how to relate as a human differently to reality around you with no limitations, no expectations, no algorithms of hope and loss, gain and dependency, success and failures. None of the things that make you human. You will be uncomfortable, very, very, very uncomfortable with a self of discovery, because you don't know how to act, know what to do. You have no purpose, no outcome, no time. You are just being, and that can't be productive to the idea of a punishment reward system that always measures you. Always. Bingo. You don't have to be that. See, but when you let go of that staple, you call and claim the separated self as life, and this is who I am, then you will stay that. So it just becomes an honest point of view right now to know and choose the truth. If you are the same depleted self you've always been, just decorating your reality with a new way of dancing, with new garb, and maybe a new position in your global positioning sensor, that's it. But you're still the same misery, pain, suffering, sorrow, formulating ways to solve yourself, heal yourself, finding joys, and quickly diminished because of a tragedy that you deem as tragic and no one else does, because you are your world. Then know that you have a choice to be uncomfortable, to be outside of the self that no longer is that. Because this self that doesn't deploy the servings of a separated mind, that rather allows the unknown to be its beck and call in the nows, to trust to the whole self and allow all that is, with no defenses, being vulnerable and naked to the unknown nows, will know itself as whole, for that is what you are. And when you deploy no more separated selves, guarding the self that you nurtured as your natural self, your treasured self, then you will undo the self of separation and let your light out to see that you have been blinding yourself. We say journey well. We bid you a good day. Adon. Excellent. All right, guys.
Awesome.
Woo! Thank you all for tuning in. See, I can do something without yelling. I love it. I'm kidding, guys. I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks all for tuning in. If you need me, comment below. Mwah. Bye, all.